AFTV, Claude, it's good to come out here and hear everybody singing, positive, nice. It's a great start to the new year for Arsenal. That was a good performance out there today. 2-0 over Man United, a clean sheet, brilliant.
Yeah, and all today I'm hearing about relegation. We're not Man United, we're not Chelsea, we're not Tottenham, we don't do fucking relegation.
True, we've never ever gone down.
Exactly, and I have. Yeah. But this is the Arsenal, mate.
And you know what? You can see a change in the team. I've noticed all three. You hear they're singing Mikel Arteta's name, but you've seen all three games.
Showing good signs, and it's showing the work rate. The players have even Ozil's now putting a shift in. It's brilliant, you know. Fantastic, you know. I thought today my player, it was Torreira. I thought he was outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
I think you've got to say a word for Kolasinac as well. In that first half, he was doing some runs there. They just could not deal with him.
Pepe as well. Everyone put a shift in. Even David Luiz, you know, I'm not been his biggest fan. Even him today, you know.
Last 2 games, he's been very good.
I think we saw the return of Xhaka as well. I think that makes a difference as well. You know, I mean, I thought today, we've got two nice clean sheet as well. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ! Well, more than that.
So lots of positive signs. I mean, we are as well now coming into we're in January, the January transfer window. Do you think they need to get out there, get him some help though?
We must, as I say, let's not get carried away though. Yeah, we mustn't get carried away because we're still. It's only 27 points at the moment. Yeah. So we've got to build. As I said, we've got to build. I think it's more about next season now. Build this team up for next season, because next season will be when we go again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we do need to buy. We still need to buy because I'm worried about the injuries that we're picking up. I see the only thing I will say. Fitness level, I thought we'd tire a lot early.
Well, there's a lot of games over the Christmas period, isn't it? All crammed in, and we've had like very high intensity games against Chelsea, against United, so it's been tough.
Exactly. So it's a positive. As DT said, we're unbeaten in the new year.
Yeah, 2020.
And Leeds won't be an easy game. Probably be harder than this lot. I mean, because they were shocking. Come on, let's be honest. They were really shocking. But listen, positive thoughts. I thought we was very unlucky on Sunday. I think I'm looking at that decision by the referee. As I said, I looked at it again. Should never referee again. And even tonight, I don't think they even got one booking. And there was a couple of naughty fouls, and they didn't get one booking. So, listen, 2020, positive start. And I think you could be seeing the Baileys very soon, my friend.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
AFTV, Claude, wow, what a cup tie that was. It had everything, didn't it? And that when we talk about game of 2 halves, that definitely was. Definitely. Leeds, the first half, all over us.
First half was shocking. It was back to reality again, wasn't it? After all you lot were giving knighthoods out last week. You know what I mean? So it was back to reality. And
knighthoods resumed in the second half, though.
Yeah,
that was a good performance.
Well, let's not go overboard. But no, it's good. It's good win in the end. But I just feel that I'm happy we win. I'm happy we're starting to win. But come on, you're putting this coach under more pressure by saying he's the greatest thing ever since sliced bread and everything like that. I mean, come on, mate, give him a chance, yeah. Give him a chance. He ain't that great yet. He's not great yet. He's still got a lot of work. There's a big challenge ahead of him.
Do you like what you see?
I like it. Yeah, I do like the way we battled against United. But there was a lot of the old habits returning tonight in the first half. All them habits were returning again, weren't they? You know, and so that's got. But second half, he looked like he got into him at half time. That's a good thing about it. He got into him at half time. They came out a different team. But there's a lot of work to be done, and we mustn't get too excited yet. You know what I mean? There's a lot of work to be done. It's not going to be done overnight.
But we ain't seen no wins here for a while, so I'm getting excited when I see wins. You know what? Because it's just good to see a win.
I love to see wins, but the way our fans are carrying on as if we're
Chill out, man.
No.
Hold tight, Claude. Hold tight, Claude.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I hear what you're saying, but
I'm hearing, he's the greatest manager, best manager. I heard someone say he's the best manager since Herbert Chapman. I mean, come on, it's been two games going on here. There's a better, I'm positive, but
you don't sound it. You don't sound it.
But we need a reality check. We need a reality check. It's lovely. It's great we all started winning. But look where we are. And you've got to look at these players as well. Why are we in there? Where were these? Everyone's giving them, great these players are. But what the mess were you? Why are we in this mess? It's because of the same players.
I think you need to give a lot of credit. Give a lot of credit to Leeds. I thought they were brilliant in the first half.
No, Leeds are
and under Bielsa, who's
fantastic away support as well.
Under Bielsa, who's like a lot of people look on and say that he's sort of the godfather of that style. I mean, you could see
they played really well. They just didn't have no cutting edge today up front. But the goalkeeper kept us in with a couple of great saves in the first half. But let's keep the feet on the ground because I remember when we had that 20 game run under Emery. He was another one that everyone was lauding it. And then what happened? So let's not put too much pressure on Arteta. Now, yeah? He started well, but as I said, it's a big challenge. And you saw tonight is with a few players out. We didn't have that settled.
Bournemouth in the next round. That's who we got in the next round. Bournemouth away. Good tie, or what would you think of that?
Got to go there again. God, what a shithole that is.
I love Bournemouth. That's one of my favourite away days, Bournemouth. I like that.
Twice in a year is too much, mate.
But that's the next one, Bournemouth away.
Yeah, and we should be confident and go there, but we've got to play better than we did there. I know we didn't take too bad, but we've got to play a lot better than we did. But it's encouraging signs. But I'm saying let's keep it steady. Keep our feet on the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. AFTV Claude, 1-1, fair result. Do you think?
Yeah, fair result. I thought at half time. At half time, I thought we were controlling the game. And then I saw Torreira didn't come out the second half. I said to the guy next to me, I said, we might lose a bit of control here. And of course, then they scored that goal. And then Aubameyang, I don't know what he was doing on that. There was no need for that, was there? I love Aubameyang, but there was no need. Well, why is he doing that? It's now 3 games out. Mate.
Yeah. And obviously, any hope of winning the game kind of went, although we nearly won it.
What I will say, and I say that, maybe in the past, when that had that 10 men, we might have cracked and we might have lost the game. We were still coming forward as well. So, all credit. That's good. That's a plus point, Even though we didn't get the win, but that's a plus point. We didn't fall apart. That we would have done normally. But
would that be another tick for you for then, say, Arteta? Because again, it's another. This is a massive test. You come away to a team. Remember, they're above us at the moment in the league. Yeah. You come away to them. You're down to 10 men, and you still.
They did have a lot of players. They had about 5 or 6 players out, didn't they? So. No, it was. I thought first half we were completely in control. It was like a reverse of the Leeds game, really, wasn't it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we've got to perform more. But I think the sending off didn't help us. And at the end, but we showed a lot of character just to not lose the game, I think. And
at the end of the game, I don't know if you noticed, Xhaka got the armband back because we lost the first captain in Aubameyang. We lost Lacazette. Right, Xhaka got the captaincy back.
Ozil was off the pitch. But to be fair to him, another very, very good game by him, and he looks like he's won back the fans, doesn't he? I mean, obviously Arteta's backing him, but the fans, there was a lot of fans around me saying, you know what, this guy's putting in performances now. He's winning them back, isn't he? But that's what you expect. I mean, you expect a bit more fight and better performances because he came with a very high price tag, didn't he? So you expect that sort of performance. But I'm happy that I think him and Torreira are perfect pairing in the midfield. Yeah. And when that got him and Guendouzi, it just doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah, and we don't know what's up with Torreira, but the fact that he came off at half time, that's not a good look. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
And Aubameyang's now out for 3 games as well.
But two of the key players.
Now we've got Martinelli. He can show what he can do now to push himself now for a place, permanent place, because we may lose Aubameyang at the end of the season. I mean, you don't know. It's only 1 year of the contract, and people are going to be saying, well, 1 year left, or we're not going to get into that situation where, like with Ramsey and as well. So either you're going to give him a big pay rise, or he's going to go, isn't he? So
Well, hopefully he don't use his next 3 games to try and tie down a deal.
eh?
Use the next 3 games to try and tie down a deal for him.
Well, no. What are you talking about? No,
Aubameyang
won't be here for 3 games, mate.
Yeah, I'm saying, so the fact that he's off for 3 games, use that as opportunity to get a new deal done.
yeah, true. But I'm happy. I'm not upset. I know it's a work in progress now. I said this season for me is a write-off as far as the league's concerned. I said that, didn't I? And I said you've got to give it till the end of the season, see how it goes. Then get the players that you don't want in the team out of the team out. You know exactly who's not good enough and who's not, and then get more recruitment in. But at the end of the day, I've got to say one thing. Can I just say one thing? Yeah.
What's that?
Our fans at the end. 5 minutes to go. Yeah. When we need to get behind the team, and your silly, stupid songs about a fan channel. Absolutely ridiculous.
It was just a few.
Yeah, but
people.
it's ridiculous, mate. You know, get behind the team. That's what's more important. All right, thank you.
Claude, this is going to be fun.
Fucking hell, Robbie, you've changed.
Robbie, I know you're probably asking me, Robbie is, aren't you?
No.
Oh, you know. All right, listen. Before you get into the game, 1 point against Sheffield United at home.
No, as I said, I've written this season off about a few weeks ago. I wrote this season off. It's going to take a long time. It's not going to. It's like when people getting excited. Arteta's suddenly turned everything around, and it's bullshit. It's not happening yet. It's not going to happen, and it's not his fault. He's going to need time. And he's going to need time to assess these players. And when at the end of the season, a lot of these players are not good enough anyway. But at the end of the season, it's time that they move on and we bring new players in. But then that's up to the board as well.
I mean, if we're not bringing players in January, how many players can we bring in the summer?
Well, we're going to have to bring a lot. We're going to have to move about 3 or 4 or 5, even 5 at least, because these players are not good enough. And it showed you. No matter how good a coach you are, you can't turn these players around just like that. They're not good enough. Simple. Mustafi is finished anyway. I'm surprised he's still at the club. You know, I thought today. I thought Torreira, Saka, and Martinelli were the only real 3 players that were doing anything. The rest of them were woeful. Lacazette looks like he's just got no confidence at the moment, and it's not happening for him. But the only reason he's playing is because Aubameyang is suspended. So it's going to take time. We've got what we've got to do now is forget. We ain't going to get no Champions League. Yeah. We're not going to go any further down the table really. So.
Sure? Well, you sure about that one?
No. But we're going to be around about 7th or 8th at the end of the season, and it wouldn't be bad to miss out on that Europa League anyway, because and all this Thursday night rubbish. So I'm not. Maybe if we were, I don't even think we're good enough to win the Europa League this season to be the teams that are left in it. So FA Cup, possible run in the FA Cup, yeah. Very good.
You touched on rebuilding. Like, let's be honest, we've been talking about rebuilding for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, but this is a new coach now, and he's got to get his own ideas into place. He's got to get everything his way of playing as well, and that's not going to just happen overnight, because these players they're just tuned into what the last two guys that have left. So it's going to take him time, and it ain't going to happen overnight. This is why it gets in when all this rubbish that people come out with, that he's absolutely improved everything. It's rubbish.
Oh, there has been some improvement. You have to admit,
there's no improvement. What you saw today. That's the reality.
Since he's been in charge, this has been the least impressive performance. But there was improvements when since he's come in.
You can't go on. I think there's 1.5 games where we played Man United, but Man United are in a big worse state than us, I think, to be honest with you.
Really? I don't know, I'm not sure about that one.
You know, I'm saying you'll see eventually at the end of the season. But look, listen, we carry on. We'll wait till the end of the season, see what he's got in play, and then see what he does in the summer. If he doesn't get in the support in the summer, then maybe he should go and really put it on the board then. Put it really on the board. Right, thank you.
Cheers, Claude.
Blues Fans TV, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. Obviously, you guys were down to 10 men. What did you make of the game, and are you happy with the result, first of all?
Of course, you've got to be happy with the result. 10 men. I thought there was a great fighting spirit from the boys today. They gave everything on they left everything on that pitch. I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more than that. I mean, I thought the penalty was it was a penalty, but whether it's a red.
I mean, what do you make of David Luiz since he's arrived? Because obviously that's a pretty rash decision to go in flying like that. His last man. What do you make of him as a player? Because
he had no choice, did he? To be honest with you, but it looked like there was a covering player there. I don't know. I mean, I have to look at that again, but I don't know what Tony thinks. If that.
Yeah. What do you make of David Luiz's decision? Because obviously that changed the game. We were meant to be in the ascendancy after that, and it kind of didn't go that way after that challenge. What do you make of David Luiz?
Well, it's typical David Luiz, isn't it? That's why we got rid of him. I mean, let's be honest. He's got that in his game, hasn't he? He's also a great passer of the ball, and we all know his strengths, but we all know his weaknesses. And obviously, it's almost the perfect date for us, really. In terms of Luiz being the culprit and going down to 10 men and all that. But I think today Arsenal had a bit of a moral victory. Albeit it was a draw, but I think Arsenal were good for the draw, well good for the draw. And if anything, they looked the better side on the day. Certainly much more confident in the way they were knocking the ball around. I thought we looked very jaded, very tired, and run out of ideas in the end, to tell you the truth. And I thought we was going to nick it, but
I think you can expect that, because I think Chelsea have got a very young side. They've come under new manager Frank Lampard. There's going to always be inconsistency. There's going to be performances like that, but they showed that in patches that they can be a real force in the future, because they've got some good young players. But of course, with young players, you're not going to get consistency, and you're going to get fun. You're going to get results. But to be honest with you, they're still in 4th place, and you're with that team that's been rebuilt without Hazard and players like that, and they still had a lot of work, but they had that. But I thought today we were. I think we had deserved. We would have been an injustice. I don't think we deserved to lose at the Emirates, to be honest with you. So there've been two. So onwards and upwards. But I think with us, it's rebuilding. We're rebuilding. A lot of things have got to happen. To be honest with you, I've written the season off as far as the league's concerned. I don't think there's much we can do now, but as far as the league's concerned, I think Arteta's got to look at what he's got in front of him, judge the options, and then at the end of the season, have a good look. But then there's got to be now the ball that Arsenal have now got to look at themselves and start investing properly into the squad. But I can't ask for more than the team today, because I think they gave everything.
Well, speaking of young players as well, Martinelli as well, that was a really good finish from him. There's a little bit of rumour of Aubameyang potentially leaving the end of the season. Are you confident in Martinelli? Because he's looking really good since he arrived.
Martinelli, yeah, but he's 8. But this is another thing we mustn't go over. I don't want to go overboard. He played very well today, and he's looking very good. But then he's 18 years old, and he's going to have ups and downs like every 18-year-old. So it's still early. But I think he looks very good. But that was a great finish. I mean, it was Thierry Henry like, wasn't it? I mean,
I don't like to see it. I mean, I'm disappointed as hell, because to be honest, you guys had 10 men. We had the ascendancy. We're at home. We have the advantage, and we didn't capitalise on it. So yeah, I mean, fair play to you guys. You guys deserved the draw. You deserved it.
AFTV, Claude, he's got a smile on his face. Look at that. When Mustafi made that mistake, then David Luiz got sent off. You weren't smiling then, were you?
I thought a yellow card was sufficient. I don't think it should have been a red, but then they go against you. But they gave everything, and if you leave everything on the pitch, you've got to be proud of the team. They gave everything. Probably deserved more than a draw, really, for that performance, because it shows a lot of character. A few months ago we'd have probably lost 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, we'd have capitulated, wouldn't we?
No, it's good character.
Is that down to Arteta, do you think? The fight that you're seeing in the team at the moment?
It's down to everyone. It's down to the players as well. The players have decided, they've woken up, and maybe they're fighting for their place, and maybe they think that come the end of the season they want to be here. So they're going to show the manager, show the coach, look, I want to be here next season. So maybe they're showing more fight. You can't Well, even at 2-1 down, you could say that it would have been a big injustice. We shouldn't have lost the game at the Emirates, really, to be honest. And no, you've got to be proud of the team, the way they battled back, and it looks good for the future. But as I say, it's at the end of the day, it's just a draw. But
it is a draw. It is a draw. But sometimes you have some games that are just morale boosting draws. You know what I mean? You can have draws like Saturday where you think, and then you have another draw that you think, wow, that is fight.
Especially with 10 men as well.
Yeah.
I thought Mustafi had that mistake. And you know what? He plays well, but he always has that mistake in him. But he showed a lot of character, and I think he set up. He was the one that pushed the ball through for Martinelli, wasn't he? So, I mean, he showed a lot of character. I thought Hector Bellerin, first game back, absolutely superb. I thought 9 out of 10 for him. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Saka. Well, I mean, he's had to play at left. You know what I mean?
18 again.
Yeah, and and of course Martinelli. I mean, God, Jesus, it's like, he's got so much talent. But we've got to be very careful with him because he's 18 years old. We mustn't push him too hard. But you can't really at the moment drop him, can you? Really, even if
2 in 2,
Aubameyang coming back, you can't say you can't really drop him. You know, what I mean, but what I love about him is. He's got everything. He's got a lot of energy as well. Never, he runs the channels, does everything, And I think now what we've got to do now is the board have got to supplement this fighting spirit with a bit of quality, bring some quality in now. None of this cut price or players that. No one else wants. We've got to now bring some quality in the summer. If we can't bring it in January, bring some quality defenders as well, and then we move on to next season. But I've got to say this season now is a bit beyond us as far as the league. You never know. In the Europa League, we might have a good run, and possibly the FA Cup. But you've got very proud of the lads tonight. Well done to the lads tonight. Well done.